Jerry, what was the main influences, musical influences on Misfits?
Well, in the beginning, we didn't have so much influences for our music, for the Static Age album. But Iggy Pop was always somebody that I always looked up to. I thought that Search and Destroy and I Got It Right, we actually covered I Got It Right for the Iggy Pop tribute album. I thought that Iggy was just a total animal, total carnival, you know. You could just tell in the way he did things that it was just to tear everything up and rip it up, and I appreciated that. I like some of the early Clash stuff. The Damned's first album I thought was great. My son is 17, he plays in the band, and I recently took him for a guitar at Tower Records, which is a big record chain up on Essex store. So I told him, I said, listen, I'm going to buy you the top 5 punk albums, you listen to them and let me know what you think. So I bought him Generation X's first album, okay, which I thought was great, the Damned's first album. I was undecided with the Clash, but luckily the Clash now have a box set of the first 3 albums, so I bought him that. I bought him the Walk Among Us album, and the Black Flag Damage. He's got a lot of old stuff. Well, yeah, because I don't have one. So, and they're hard to find. So, I thought Walk Among Us was a very good record, and I'm really proud of that one the most, I think. So, I mean, he has all the most stuff from Mark given. What about the Sex Pistols? The Sex Pistols have a very good one-album career. I mean, I think the Sex Pistols were just a bunch of hype. I don't like the way that they talked about Sid when they came back, because I was friends with his mom, and his mom killed herself because of Johnny's big mouth. I think Johnny Rott's an asshole. I think that, I think that they're overrated, I think that they're overpaid, and I think that they just pretty much jumped on what these guys were doing. I had a big mouth and a lot of attitude and got a lot of press, but I mean, other than that, I have very little respect for the Sex Pistols. Sorry. Sorry to ruin your lives, but did you have any idea?
What?
Do you know where Johnny?
Johnny's Johnny's retired in Sherman Oaks. It's right near Belgrade Hills.
Oh, hey, where did you get
He just stopped playing guitar, but we're involved with Ramones side, things like videos and stuff like that, and a lot of things that the Ramones are involved with. So Johnny, basically he just sitting there at a swimming pool, but he can't decide everything's fine.
Shoot. Did you have any deal with Metallica when they took your song?
Glenn did. Well, what happened was
they earn a lot of money.
Well, they make about $1 million. What happened was that when the band broke up, Glenn went out and sold all our records and made all the money. He made a couple of $1 million. Okay, I won't disclose the actual figure. But after about 4 or 5 years, I had called up and asked him for some T-shirts for some kids who were working for me. He told me to go buy them. Okay, at this point, I got the best lawyer in New York. He handles Howard Stern. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Howard Stern. And Vince McMahon from the WWF. So that's my lawyer now. I got the best lawyer in New York. And what happened was we went in there, and I wanted the name of the band. I wanted to come back and play. So Glenn did write a lot of the most of the lyrics and a lot of the music, but he didn't write it all. And I really didn't care whose name was on the record saying they wrote the songs. He was very adamant about having him be like the guy who wrote. I said, I could give a shit, So we gave Glenn the publishing rights. Okay, so the Metallica, when they put out the Garage Days Revisited, there's 3 songs. I think the statutory rate's about 7.5 cents a record. Times 3 is about 23 cents times 4 million. So do the math. I mean, but that's okay. I don't care who gets the check from Metallica in their mailbox in the front of their house. Who goes out and does the songs the best? That's who truly owns the songs. Okay, and you're looking at the guys that do that. So, Metallica's a good band. But we'll see. There's a lot of time left in this game.
I'd like to thank the people of Belgrade, even though it's wrong. That's Cadena Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Yeah! What am I going to do? I think you're from Black Flag. There you go.
I'm from the Bowery.
Can't remember his name.
He's going to have new material.
We're going to begin working on new material. The main thing was that we gave this 50s record out because Des is second generation. I'm going to blow your horn for a minute. Okay. Okay, Des's father was a musician and a booking agent back in the 30s and 40s. He went to 40s. Okay, he took out of Warwick when she was 14 years old to our gigs. So Des has come from a whole long line of jazz and stuff like this. So when I first presented a 1950s record to the lineup with Michael Graves and Sean, and I was like, oh, why do we want to do that for? Blah, blah, blah. I was like, okay, you want to know what? Fuck you, future. Okay? Because that's, exactly how I felt about it. When I got these two guys, I mean, Marky's probably the most technical drummer on the planet. I mean, anybody that's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, he deserves to be there. Okay? Okay, and Des being able to play a lot of jazz and come up with some really great stuff, was able to blend the punk and the old 50s rock and roll together at the right level that we needed. So that's why, I mean, the new material's been taking a backseat. That's a expansion of the album. That's why we hired him, actually, because he do face the
Could you tell us more about Misfits record? What will you be releasing next?
Basically, Misfits Records right now is doing the Balzac album from Japan. We're in the process of cutting a deal with the store.
You did split with them, right?
Oh yeah, we do. We play with them in Japan, and they're learning from us very, very fast. It's kind of scary. The first time we went to Japan, we played a large venue in Tokyo. We did $27 like a head. And then the next time we went, the merchandise, the next time we went, Balzac was right there with us selling the same type of stuff. So they learn very, very fast on what's going on. And they write really great songs. The guitar player is fantastic. I really want to bring them here to Europe as well as the States. I think that they got a lot to offer. And I think that when the first time we went to Japan, it was about 6 years ago. And the bands in Tokyo were trying to copy what the United States was doing. They've outgrown that. They have their own identities now, and they have what we call halls. You know what that means, right? Okay. They're ready to go out and show people what they got. So I'm going to be happy to start showcasing some Japanese bands. Misfits Records will also be doing videos. We'll also be doing some horror movies.
We released the Project 1950.
That's coming out in July.
And Misfits Records.
Yeah, it's also got a free DVD with it. We just played I don't know, you guys get snow here?
Yeah.
You guys do snowboarding? You know what snowboarding is? Okay, well, we just did the snowboard championships. We played with a bunch of snowboarding kids. And we did the 50s stuff. And we got bombed with snowballs, so we got a big video of this that'll be in the CD.
That means they like you.
Yeah, that means they like you. You know, in South America, they spit on you. Over here, they throw snowballs. So it's good because we're trying to make, as you know, with the music business today, there's a lot of MP3s out there. There was Napster. Kids blow each other's copies. It's hard to really focus on making a living selling a CD to a kid because there's so many ways to duplicate it. So what you have to do, okay, I'm getting to that. What you have to do is you have to be very strategic in your packaging. Your packaging has to be worth the money that the kids are spending. And if you give them a package that's worth the money, they're going to buy the CD.
Yeah, but when you were on Roll Down the Records, you had 7 songs on net on your website for download.
Roll Down the Records is the biggest joke in the world. Okay. You know, I thought they were going to do something for us. All they do is rip off my fans. I hate them. You know,
you get money at least.
You know, if I was dying from some terminal disease, I'd kill them all. Okay, so you know, but I got too much I need to do, so I don't let that slide. But you know, Roadrunner Records is just they want to be a conglomerate. I mean, they keep bands like Typo Negative under their thumb. They say, you know, they told us, oh, we're going to do this for you, we're going to do that for you. They almost screwed up our George Romero deal. Now, George Romero's produced my video for free so that we could be in his movie, and they're giving him a hard time for the rights to the 2 songs. I was like, give George the 2 songs, let him do the video. What's wrong with you? I got a deal with him. I said, George, what would you charge to do our video that you wanted to be paid? He said, about $50,000. So I took the record company and said, look, you get a $50,000 deal here, let him have his 2 songs, don't break his balls. You know? But they did. You guys know who Boris Vallejo is? You follow Arnold? Okay, Boris Vallejo was going to do a European cover called The Forbidden Zone. And it was going to be a picture of Doyle holding the girl with all the apes in the fire. Boris Vallejo sent me back my money. He said, I can't deal with your record company. Now, how can I do business if I can't work with guys like George Romero by shaking his hand, or with guys like Boris Vallejo when I'm paying him for the picture?
It's actually me.
You want to do it. So I was, let's not talk about it, I'm getting nervous at that shit.
How was it working with him? How was it working with moving rights?
George Romero was about 9 feet tall. So when we took a picture with him, I had to sit him down in the chair and say, look, you gotta sit down, because I'm going to listen to the voice. So, working with George Romero is great. The one thing I found out about George Romero that totally impressed me is that as you're doing a shoot, they'll say, well, we're going to shoot here, you're going to do this, or that. And as he's walking down the hall, he'll tell the guy, shoot that. Shoot that. Shoot that. And you look at him and say, what the fuck is he talking about? But later, when you see the video, there's this, there's that, all these shots of things that don't even enter your mind. So, how old is he? I don't know. What's the difference? That's typically what the songs for people you covered on this project. Excuse me? What the songs for people you covered? What's tonight? We're probably going to do Donna, we'll probably do This Magic Moment. Diana, maybe not Diana, maybe Dream Lover, a couple of these songs. Runaway we're going to do by Del Shannon. On our 50s project, we have Ronnie Spector singing. Okay, so I mean, who better? Obviously from the Ronettes, for those of you who do not know. We have Jimmy Destry from Blondie playing keyboards like Great Balls of Fire and on Runaway. So we've added the keyboards, we've got a saxophone, we got Ronnie singing backgrounds. You like scrimmage? Yeah, I mean, look, we pulled out all the plugs on this one, and we did the best job we could. I'm really proud of it. Only one more. What's your favorite Kill for Me? That's the real what? Kill for Me. That's the real girl. What's your favorite Kill for Me? My hair? I know.
We had happened with the Steel Kings. I heard they broke up, but then again, new record should be out this summer, right?
There's so many things that you have to do, because I'm playing with them.
If you give me a date, you know all you want.
Trying to talk to you, shut up. The thing is that there's just too much in the fire, and the Speed Kings album is done, but I decided that was enough, because there's other things that I'm doing the spoken word show also that I do on the side. But I got to put together the Ramones' second DVD Around the World, Part 2. I got to involved with the new movie coming out, so there's a lot of stuff going on. But you can't do everything at once, so you gotta realize what your main priorities are. I wish them the best of luck. They're a lot of fun and they're a very good band.
And what happened with your book you were writing?
I'm writing my book. I'm still writing my book. Monty Melnick, the road manager, is writing his book. My book will probably be finished by the end of the summer.
Will it be about Ramones, about you?
Maybe getting with me auditioning for the New York Dolls, Richard Hell, the Voidoids, on the Blank Generation album, joining the Ramones, and all my friends in the punk scene, CBGB's from '74 all the way up to the end of the Ramones in '96, and then going on, playing with Jerry and the whole punk scene, the whole thing, everybody that you heard and know of.
What about you, Jay? What about you?
My book is more of a survival guide for young bands. I was going to write down all stupid stories and shit that we did, crazy stuff. And then I realized, Manson just got done writing a couple books like that, and everybody else that writes books pretty much has stories. So I thought probably the best thing that I could do for art fans was to write a book on how to survive on the road, how to get by with very little money, and how to promote yourself, and how to hire accountants and lawyers and things like this, and how to do copyrights for songs, and not get ripped off, because I think that probably the thing that held me back the most was being naive to the business side of music. I think that even though you would like to walk into this world and say, well, hey, this is art. I'm an artist. I don't have to care about this kind of stuff. In the end, if you want to do your art to the best of your ability, you need resources to do that. And a lot of times, record labels, agents, promoters, people take advantage of situations, and the band doesn't get what they need to do the job. You know, we were talking about Rhode Island, I don't want to get back on that, but they gave us about $225,000 to make a record, and we spent that money making a record. You know, so basically what happens is that if I would have known that that was the only money I was going to get out of the record deal because they run the bills up on you and leave you hanging with the debt, then I would have tried to be a little more frivolous on not giving Andy Wallace $60,000 to mix it. You know what I mean? I would say, look, you got to do it for 40. You know what I mean? This way we would make some money, but we didn't make any money off of those shows. So it just comes to show you that you really need to know the game to be able to play to win. You know, the thing is, we have our own family business, so we are able to survive with or without making money in the band. I mean, that's why the Misfits are still here 26 years later, is because, you know, there's times we used to pay to play. We never got paid for the whole career we had with Glenn Benson. We never made a dime. So, I mean, we used to go take our paycheck and throw it on the counter at the music store to buy guitars every week. So, and then go smash them.
Speaking of smashing, are you still wrestling at WCW?
No, well, WCW got bought out by the WWF, and Stephanie McMahon, I talked to Stephanie, and she said that they were more interested in doing real-life stories. So The Undertaker is the American badass, now he's a biker. So, I mean, when she changes her mind and finds out that, you know, bad ratings are a result of these decisions, I'm sure we'll have the opportunity to go back. But I did buy a wrestling ring, and I did take, you know, lessons in flipping and all that stuff. And I don't want to get beat up by any more 300-pound guys, so that's okay. I wouldn't.
Question for Mark here. Did you listen in Hanson Brothers project on
Yeah, I listen to bands who are relatively influenced by the Ramones. There's a lot of those albums that bands have done in the century. Go to enigmatic, the first album, the second album. It's very flattering to hear that because it's like art. You know, if somebody imitates an artist, that artist is flattered because that person's taking his time out to do and duplicate what you've done. So the more the better. I mean, the Ramones just did a compilation album. Well, Ramones didn't do it. Metallica covered our songs. U2, Eddie Vedder, Marilyn Manson, Kiss. That was the compilation album that just came out. It's called Gabba Gabba Hey. I like about 3 songs on it. I like what Rancid did, Green Day, and Offspring. That's about it. But I respect those artists because they took their time out to interpret the Ramones songs in their own fashion. I don't necessarily have to like it, but I think it's a cool thing that they did that. You know?
Have you heard any other tributes? There are a lot of them coming out now.
What?
Have you heard any other tribute albums?
What?
No, any other Ramones tribute albums?
I heard Gabba Gabba Hey. That one came out a while back. The other one, this new one that just came out on CBS. I like the Beatnik Termites one that they did. Pleasant Dreams was really good. Boris the Sprinkler doing End of the Century. That was good. I have to laugh too because they try so hard to emulate, you know, the band to play a Ramones style, which is kind of hard to do. But they give it their best and they sound pretty close to it. You know. There's a lot of the Rapids and some other bands. There's a lot of groups like that.
Have you heard Blitzkrieg already with Motorhead?
Ramones? Yeah.
Detroit Ramones and another.
Yeah, Lemmy wrote Ramones for the Ramones. So Lemmy's a Motorhead. He's a big Ramones fan. So we were very happy and grateful that a guy like Lemmy would write about the Ramones, you know what I mean? Because we like Lemmy too. Well, when the Ramones were around, we liked Lemmy too, you know.
He dedicated 2 songs to the Ramones when he played here.
He did. Which ones?
Are there anyone else? I don't remember.
That's about it.
You gotta realize Lemmy's got a lot of time because he don't sleep. Lemmy got double the rest of the time we got.
So, you know, I mean, I like Lemmy, and Tonhausen's great too. I mean, they're mainly a band, so, you know.
Yeah, last question, just so we got sound check. I mean, we just want to make sure we do the right thing by you guys. You know, we can talk all day, but playing is really why we came.
Jerry, dozvolio, znači prve 3 pesme da se snimi za kameru.
Neko od toga.
Da, mislim, i zamolio bih vas, znači da to ispoštujete, posle treće pesme, klik i kamera izlazi.
Everybody good? Okay, cool. Thanks. Let me see. I made the Hall of Fame. Maybe it's the Belgrade Hall. I don't know.